Yeah, so I know there is no age limit for learning, but still I do have a question. Do we really have a age limit or ideal age for learning German?
See, ideally, it's like when you are young. Yeah, because I would say there are schools, German is being taught in schools. Children learn very fast, are very creative. The projects that they do are very innovative. But it's not possible in all schools and for everybody. So even if my children, I said learn after 10th standard.
After 10th.
Yeah, or after 12th even. Because when you need it, you will do it fast. When it is just one more subject in school, maybe you do not give it the sort of attention and dedication it needs, because then you have to do physics, chemistry, maths, whatever. So you may not be so dedicated, but then you know, okay, I want to go to Germany. And so you are learning German. Then that dedication you have is much different than when it is just one more subject in school. Agreed?
Yes.
Good.
Is it possible for candidates who learn German with working?
Of course, no problem. Of course, everybody can learn. Again, if I want to learn, I will do it. Right? If I want to go to Germany and I have to do it, I will do it. Because there's no other way. So the motivation is the main factor. If the motivation is good and you really want to do it, you will somehow do it and see that you achieve your dreams, you achieve your goals, right? So age is no limit. I'm 63 and still learning.
Great. Nurses and healthcare professionals are choosing Germany as their dream destination. How does Germany welcome nurses?
Oh well, they welcome them with open arms. Many hospitals have integration managers who help the nurses with their initial steps, because even if nursing procedures are the same, okay, there are some minor variations. And so if you want to do it in Germany, you have to go through the so-called Anerkennungs or homologation process. And there you have to learn, of course, how Bauchspeicheldrüse and so on, how pancreas are called in German and so on. And you also have to learn the right or the German way of doing things, right? To give you a simple example from everyday life, the way we peel vegetables and cut, my German friends do it a little differently because the tools they use and the techniques they use are different. I am used to our traditional way of cutting like this, whereas there it is with a knife. So similarly, there are also in the nursing profession different tools, different, I wouldn't say methods, but yes, of how things are done. So once they reach there, they have to learn this and they have to go through the Anerkennungs process, and after that they are fully trained, licensed nurses in Germany. And I also have students who have finished that and are trained nurses now in Germany. They have finished the Anerkennungs process and they are working as nurses. They went from India after doing their B2.
So I think Germany is the land of opportunities.
It is called that way. That's the slogan.
Yeah. So what all are the opportunities that Ausbildung student can look forward to?
There are at least 50 professions for which there is an Ausbildung. Yeah, you can become for electrician, plumber, technicians, lab technicians, Arzthelfer. So it is a dual way. It's called the dual Ausbildungsprozess. What it means is there is theory and praxis that go hand in hand. In fact, more emphasis on praxis than on the theory. So it's, I think the way I know it, it's 60% practical and 40% theory. Because tomorrow, it's simple. If you want to repair a machine, you should know how to open it and repair it and not just tell some theorems. Just by telling theorems, the machine won't get repaired, right? You should know how to open it and see what could be going wrong and so on. So it is important to do more and practice more And theory is of course necessary because you know the why of things then when you learn the theory. When you do it practically, you learn the what of things. And when you go and it gets backed by theory, you learn the why of it and the how of it. So everything is important to make things perfect.
Yeah, also, is it better to do nursing here or in Germany?
Depends. Again, if you are, I think for the Ausbildung, there's an age limit. I think 26, 27. So if you are now older than that, then maybe you go as a professional and get integrated there. And if you are young and you are looking for an opportunity and the Ausbildung is good, most students have said, ma'am, we get money. Because if you go for a studium, then you need the blocked account and you have to keep a balance of, I think, 10, 11 lakhs, or now with the euro galloping, maybe the amount is higher. So instead of that, yes, it's a work and learn method and it's good. You get pocket money.
Also, what are the higher studies that one can look forward to after the nursing?
After Ausbildung as a nurse, you can also go in for BSc, the bachelor course, because an Ausbildung is like a diploma. It's not a degree. So you can go in for degree in nursing. After a couple of years of experience, you can join back the university, you can do nursing. I've heard you can also join laterally to do medicine.
How is that possible?
Because I believe you can join. I don't know anyone who has done it, but I believe you can join after 3 years of Ausbildung, 3 years of experience as a nurse, 3 or 4 years. You can take permission and you can apply to universities and be taken.
Do we need to write exams? Like
Maybe. Not entrance exams, but yes, there will be some checks.
Yeah.
Because it is difficult even in Germany to get into the medical profession. You need something called numerus clausus. What it means is that you should get all 1 grades, top grades during your schooling and so on. So if you are good, maybe you can even become a doctor at some later stage.
What about Arzthelfer?
Arzthelfer, maybe. I mean, you know, every profession has its preconditions. I mean, I would not like to talk about something I have no idea about. I know students, as I said, who have gone for the Ausbildung. I also know students who have said, ma'am, sooner or later we want to see if we can become doctors and get into studying medicine. But specifically like Arzthelfer, this you can check on the website of the Agentur für Arbeit as to what all you can do, and you can also see on the websites of universities what are the preconditions and prerequisites, and of course you just ask, is it possible? You write and find out. Wie man auf Deutsch sagt, wer fragt, bekommt eine Antwort. If you ask, you will get an answer. But ask to the right people.
Ma'am, can we change from one Ausbildung to another Ausbildung after reaching Germany?
Theoretically, yes, with a lot of conditions. Practically, I don't know anyone who has done it. Because you have finished and you realize, well, this is not for me, then you can change. I mean, in Germany, there are people, or even in India, they train to become doctors and are now singers, photographers, whatever. So you can change your line, but how is it with the Ausbildung and the regulations, and because you're getting paid for it? So what are the strings attached to it and all? I don't know. I have not gone into detail for it.
Ma'am, is Ausbildung is valid outside Germany?
It is valid in Germany and I assume within the EU because you have your license. But whether in which countries and all, I think you will have to search on the net.
What advice would you give someone journey starting today?
Oh, someone starting learning German today. Well, today is a great day to start. It's now, and be systematic in learning. Put all your tools together and learn, right? Learn regularly. Regularly is the key. It's not like, every day if you have to learn 3-4 hours? You say no. Now 8 days I didn't learn, so now 32 hours I will learn. It doesn't work that way, because then the brain and the mind has a saturation point. So after a certain point, the mind refuses to absorb anything. So do it systematically. Take breaks in your learning. In fact, when my kids were small, we used to go for a movie on the previous day of the exam, so that the mind is refreshed and everything that you have learned comes back to you. It's not that you keep on learning. It doesn't work. You need to take breaks, because see, even an arrow, to go forward, it has to be pulled back a little, and then it goes with double speed. So same way, always take breaks, take a little pause, learn, reflect, rework, and then go ahead.
Many candidates had a big break while learning German. Then how can they come to the flow?
Yes, so I'll tell you what happens very often with these exams. You appear, let's say, tomorrow for the exam. It takes 4 weeks. During the 4 weeks, you have nothing to do with German. You have even forgotten that you were learning German. And you've been busy with so many other things. And then the results come that you have failed. See, it's a skill. Like today, if you take a Kathakali dancer, a dancer performs or practices every day, whether there is a public performance or not, because that is how the skill is kept intact. It is not that tomorrow there is a performance, so today I start dusting my clothes and my makeup and my gadget and all that. So you have to continuously keep honing and polishing your skill, because your aim is not to just pass the exam. Your aim is to land in Germany. So whatever is needed and whatever you need to know, you have to continue doing it, whether you have an exam or not. As I say, exam is just one of the things that will happen. But your life in Germany and being able to adjust there and knowing what is to be done, how it is to be done, and so on, that is important. You do it every day, irrespective of whether you have an exam at the end or not. Lifelong learning. Learn for life.
Ami, you had already tell us that you completed your A1 to P2 in Zeiq.
Yeah.
Can you share your experience?
Yeah, sure. So it was really a unvergessliche Erfahrung für mich. The first few weeks were okay for me, but then I started getting so many doubts, like, can I do this? When will I reach Germany? Is it too tough? And all. And A1 was kind of bad for me, I think. Then from A2 onwards, I started getting a lot better. Like both my hearing skills, speaking skills, and all went really good. The teachers also supported me a lot. I think Zeiq really have the best teachers because they will always support us whenever we feel down and all. And then after completing B2, I took a break. Then I attended my exam, B2 ESL exam. So, but I didn't got that. Like, I didn't pass that exam because I think my way of dedication level and all was a bit low. Then I understood my mistake. Then I put more effort, and the teachers also supported me a lot. And then then I tried it one more, and I cleared all the 4 levels in my second attempt.
How is your processing going on?
Yeah, they also gave me interview preparation classes, mock test, and a lot. And they also gave me a lot of confidence also, like how should we attend the interview, how should we speak, the way of speaking and all. And yes, now all my paperworks are going very good in Zeiq.
Before wind upping our section, can we start with the yes or no question?
Yeah.
Can someone pass the exam if they are good in lesson hearing but not well in speaking?
Well, the exam has 4 parts. And it is equally important. In A1, you can maybe not get good marks in speaking, but from A2 onwards, you need to pass the speaking part. Otherwise, there is no passing. Because communication, there is written communication. You see, there are 2, we say, receptive skills and 2 productive skills. So, reading is receiving, understanding, whereas writing is producing. Listening is receptive again, understanding. Speaking is productive. So, all 4 are needed, plus grammar, plus vocabulary.
Does knowing English make it faster to learn German?
Yes and no, because imagine how the Chinese learn German, how the Japanese learn German. They don't even know the ABCD because they have a different script. They start by learning the script. And for them, whether they learn English or German, it's the same amount of effort. So many put in efforts to learn German and land in Germany. So it is not mandatory. But what is important is to know your own language. You see, while teaching, I often ask, how do you say it in Malayalam? Okay, and students are themselves not clear how it is to be said in Malayalam if I just say a sentence in English. So, be clear, or otherwise, very often students don't know what is a noun and a verb. When I say there is verb conjugation and they say, ich Bahnhofe, du Bahnhofst, sie es Bahnhoft. Bahnhof is a noun, you don't conjugate it. Right? So, you should know what is an adjective, what is a noun, what is a verb. I mean, what are the different parts of speech. Only then you will understand, and so then it is immaterial whether Malayalam is your mother tongue or Japanese or Chinese or whatever.
Before we wind up, can we speak little German?
Ja, natürlich.
Ja, also alle oder ihr 3 oder wer ist das?
Mit dir.
Ah, okay, mit mir, alles klar.
Hallo, guten Tag.
Oh, schönen guten Tag.
Wie war heute?
Oh, es war schön. Also, es war schön hier zu sein. Es war schön, mit euch ins Gespräch zu kommen. Es war schön, mein Wissen mit euch zu teilen. Es war eine nette Erfahrung.
Für mich auch.
Dankeschön. Danke sehr. Und danke sehr für die Einladung.
Ja, danke.
Danke.
Was sind deine Erfahrungen mit Zeiq und uns?
Ja.
Ach, also Zeiq ist, soweit ich weiß, das Prüfungszentrum für die ECL-Prüfungen. Zeiq hat ein Büro in Deutschland und 2 Büros oder 3 Büros in Indien. Und Zeiq arbeitet mit einer netten Gruppe von jungen, motivierten Menschen, die auch was wollen. So, da kann ich Zeiq nur alles Gute wünschen.
Was isst du heute?
Heute, was esse ich oder was habe ich gegessen? Und das ist ein großes Problem. Das ist ein großes Problem using the present tense for something that has already happened. You should have either asked, was hast du heute Morgen zum Frühstück gegessen? Oder so, was habe ich gegessen? Ich habe heute Dosa mit Chutney und Sambar gegessen und dazu ein Glas Saft getrunken und einen schwarzen Kaffee. Und ich esse normalerweise zu Mittag nicht. Und heute Abend, also ich esse auch ziemlich früh, vor 18 Uhr, damit es besser ist für die Verdauung. Und ja, ich werde wahrscheinlich ein Dosa oder so essen für heute Abend. Okay, so, ich frage mal. So, Ami, du willst ja also im April, du auch, okay? Werdet ihr in Deutschland landen? Ne? So, was glaubt ihr? Was wäre die größte Herausforderung für euch? Wo werdet ihr die meisten Schwierigkeiten haben?
Die Sprache.
Natürlich. Ja. Die Prüfung. Welche Prüfung?
Beim B2-Prüfung.
Die B2-Prüfung ist fertig, oder?
Ja.
Ja, meine Frage ist, was wären die großen Herausforderungen in Deutschland? Und Ami hat ja richtig gesagt, vielleicht die Sprache. Denn denkt bitte daran, die Patienten sprechen ja ihr Dialekt manchmal. Nicht alle sprechen Hochdeutsch. Viele Lehrer in der Pflegeschule sprechen auch Dialekt. Und deshalb muss man verstehen, wie das Wort ausgesprochen wird. Oder man soll deren Satzmelodie und Aussprache verstehen. Das kann ein bisschen schwieriger sein, aber man lernt, wie ich gesagt habe. Ne? Man hört, man gewöhnt sich daran und man lernt. Und am Ende vielleicht sprecht ihr auch genauso.
Yeah.
Bayerisch oder Hessisch oder wo immer man ist.
Yeah.
So how was your experience with our chat session? Was
It was great. As I always said, I find it very refreshing to talk to youngsters. It's always a give and take. You learn from me, I also learn from you.
Yeah.
And together, life moves forward. And I wish you all the very best
Thank you.
for all your dreams. And maybe see you in Germany.
Natürlich.
Germany is waiting for you. What are you waiting for?